Vice President Vance offering them some tips and tricks. Listen.
I mean, look, the autopsy for the Democrats, some free political advice from the President of the United States is stop sounding like crazy people. That really is all it is. I mean, this idea that Gavin Newsom is somehow going to mimic Donald Trump's style, I think that ignores the fundamental genius of President Trump's political success, which is that he's authentic. He just is who he is. You've got to be yourself. You've actually got to talk to people honestly about the issues. I don't think it's that complicated. Don't be a crazy person. Be authentic.
Don't be a crazy person. Here's looking right at you, you pompous pomade governor.
Big fan.
This is radical rigging of a midterm election. Radical rigging of an election. Destroying, vandalizing this democracy, the rule of law. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of in the mouth.
Who did he call an SOB? Jimmy Failla, Fox News Saturday night host Jimmy Failla. Did I hear something during that video? I heard a little noise, but I don't know. It was like...
With your boy Gavin. He's like,
Yep.
my son is 16. There's a term they use. It's called try hard. He's a try hard. He's trying too hard to be cool and funny, mimicking the Trump style. But the bigger problem their party has is if you have to look at these two parties like parties. The Democrats have nothing you want at their party. You know, Republican Party has like hot chicks and beer. The Democrats have guys dressed as chicks, and they tell you it's cultural appropriation if you drink a Mexican beer. So you don't want to go to that party because nobody's happy there. And that's why the Republicans are actually winning, is because they're focusing on things people want and they're having a good time.
Well, see that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
No,
fine.
keep going, sorry.
I was just going to say, there's nothing in that Gavin Newsom video that made you go, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, so like to the vice president's point, stop being crazy, but stop being lame as well. Because like as you were pointing out, they're just not fun. Like they're trying to do these choose the fighter videos or like these weight lifts. They're trying so hard to be, but they're lame. They're just lame.
Yes.
And so when did they get so lame?
I mean, in the last 2 years, I think what they wound up losing more than anything was self-awareness. Because they don't know, like, it looks bad. You said choose your fighter. Have you seen Hank Johnson play Jimi Hendrix songs? Like, the Democrat Party became like a reality show called America's Got Issues. And it's like they're just parading out the people who suck so we can laugh at them in round one, but they don't have a round two, and I think that's the challenge.
When you're forced to not talk about reality, because their platform is not based in acknowledging human suffering, whether it is children and women drowning in the Rio Grande or inflation. You end up having to talk about ancillary things, and then you sound like an insane clown. So you end up talking about, rather than, hey, I went to the grocery store and prices were just crippling, you wind up talking about, hey, I went to the grocery store and there was this bag of balloons and I just haven't inflated balloons in so long and I was just out of breath and I have a whole bag of balloons now that I've inflated. It just again.
So you're saying they're you're saying they're popping pills. They sound like crazy.
You said it.
They
not
sound like pill people in the back of my taxi.
Add an allegedly in there.
Thank you. Good job. Well played.
You take this.
Okay, so Jimmy, we got to get you on this. So today, the New York Appeals Court, they threw out the $500 million penalty against Trump in the Letitia James civil case. I mean, isn't this what won President Trump the election? Because Democrats had this whole, like, oh, he's a threat to democracy. And then they saw all this lawfare, and Americans were like, maybe the Democrats are the threat to democracy.
What if they're the bad guy?
Whoa!
Because remember this, too, okay? They were charging him with fraud, but there was not a single bank claiming to be a victim. So this was the financial equivalent of charging someone with murder, but nobody had died. And once people saw that from afar, it took them down a rabbit hole of all the other BS charges. They're like, oh, he paid Stormy Daniels by check when she normally gets paid in singles. We're like, come on, man, this isn't real stuff. And it really ties in well to what we said in the first story. If the Democrats are not living in reality, it's inevitable that you alienate everybody who is. And that's what this was. She said Mar-a-Lago was worth $14 million. The cocktail waitresses make $14 million a year at Mar-a-Lago. It's jumping right now. So it was always a scam.
$500 million. Just $500 million penalty
and
just
tweeted about
tossed
it.
out.
I know, but she also tweeted
out.
about it, as you said, like, ha ha, we got him, and everybody was like, oh, I get it, this is a scam.
And now she's with the mortgage fraud.
Yeah, occupancy
Allegations.
mortgage fraud allegations is I believe to be in front of a grand jury down in VA in Virginia.
How great would that be?
Oh, I know.
Her and Schiff can hang out.
It's like in the process of trying to get him, they got themselves.
It's like an old school Scooby-Doo episode. I knew it was you all along, Letitia James.
I knew
I knew it!
You cracked the case.
Thank you.
There it is.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Jimmy Failla.